I'm the non-governmental organization that offers intensive lectures. We also offer comprehensive, qualitative, and extensive lectures in Waec, GC, Neco, adult education, Jamb, and all other forms of education. Today we are looking at English language and shall take letter writing today. Letter writing, if you know, is a part and parcel of the recommended topics to read in Waec and other secondary education. Letter writing, as you know, is divided into formal and informal letters. Formal and informal letters. We can also have semi-formal letters. But these are the major form of letters we can have. Now we shall begin with formal letters. Formal letters. Now what are formal letters? They are letters that we write to those who are not familiar with us. They are also called official letters, as we can hear the word formal, written in formal occasions. They are written to those occupy heads in authorities, occupy positions of heads in authorities, like chairmen, presidents, governors, chiefs, councillors, managers, and directors, principals, proprietaries of schools and organizations. Now, let's look at the features that it can have, the features of formal letters. Features of formal letters. What's the first feature? One of the features is that it has two addresses. It has two addresses, totally different from the informal letters. From the informal letters. And the first part of the address is the writer's address. The writer's address written at the top right hand corner. The top right hand corner of our writing paper. We can have the receiver's address. Receiver's address is also written at the left, at the bottom, left hand side of our writing sheet. Now, the writer's address, it begins with the number of where the place of our home or school is located, and it must be followed by punctuation marks with comma. After that, we write the date. The date of the address of the letter must be stated. It must be stated. Very understood. Very clear. Then the receiver's address. We begin with the position of the person we are writing to. For instance, we are writing to the chairman of a local government or the manager of any company. Director of any company was to begin with the manager. We begin with the director. We begin with the chairman because it is the head. He or she is the head. It is the official position of the head of a particular organization. The chairman. Then after the chairman, you put comma. Then the location of that particular person occupying that position. The location. Being director of any company, be P and Z company. You write the name of that company, PZ company. And write the Cadbury company. It is in the name of the company. Local government. But letter to the local government chairman has often come out in Waec questions. So to start with that, you write the chairman, comma. If the person is a man, you write the chairman. The person is a woman, you write the chairperson. The chairperson, comma. Then we write, don't ever write the chairlady, because a lot of people, there's no word like chairlady. Many students do argue that it is chairlady. But don't tell them that it is chairperson for a female. But the male is the chairman. Now the chairman and the control will get their local government, go to the local government, the place where that chairman occupies that position. Comma, Oshodi, Ikeja, Alimosho, is stated there. The next thing is the salutation. It's a form of saluting, respecting, form of greeting, saluting the person in authority, and often begins with dear sir. The person you are writing to is a man, you use sir. The person you are writing to is a woman, you use man. Followed by a comma, and that salutation must be under. You have to leave a line. Leave a line under the receiver's address. Very important, we leave a line because it is not part of the receiver's address. That's why we need to leave a line for write the salutation. Dear sir, after the salutation, what comes next? The title or heading of the letter. So this title, it's advisable for students to write it in capital letters. Capital letters. Or to write it in small letters and you underline it. When you're writing titles in capital letters, take note that you don't underline it, because you don't know the words to underline and the ones not to underline. So to be on the safe side, you write it out in capital letters and you don't underline it for Waec's sake. The next thing to write now is the introduction, the introductory part. Call it the introductory paragraph of the essay. Letter writing is also an essay. There are different parts of essays. Introductory paragraph. Now, this paragraph tells us the introduction of this letter. Now, we can introduce in the following approaches. The first approach is the straightforward purpose approach. The straightforward purpose approach. This is the approach that tells us the purpose of the letter. Straightforward. It tells us the straightforward purpose of the letter. I hereby write to you to let you know the situation at hand. It is a straightforward explanation without any beating about the bush. A straightforward explanation of the topic of the letter. Second approach we may use is thanksgiving. It is thanksgiving approach. It's also important even in informal letters to thank the person before writing to him or her. Very important, because it is like a norm to greet before anything is done or given to someone. So we can greet the manager, but not like it's written in the informal letter. We can thank him for that which he has done for the company. Probably it could be financial assistance, it could be gifts it could be helping a particular staff in need at some point in time. If you were a chairman of local government, that means you would have done something like creating employment opportunities for the youth, or for creating a town hall for the youth of the market, or for creating public toilet, for creating something that person must have done. One thing at least, thank him for something. So having said that, the next thing at the end of the line is to write the purpose of your letter. What important thing, don't leave out the purpose of the letter. The third form you can start with is the negative approach. And start on a sad note. But people writing a letter to someone, something must have motivated them or inspired them to write this letter to someone. Now, how do we begin that? We can start by having regret for the person you're writing to not being able to do something at a particular time. If you're a manager of the company, director of the company, you could start by complaining about the lack of some, like incentives. They are not being given incentives to the staff, and this is what it is like. It's like everything. To be the chairman of a local government, this chairman has failed, completely failed, totally failed. You will start with, I hereby write to you in dissatisfaction, complaining about the performance, the woeful performance of your administration for a couple of years now. And the inevitable conclusion is that your administration has failed the people in our community. The causes, solutions will be explained in the following paragraphs. Give us the reason. Or the reason of the purpose of writing this letter is to let you know the basic amenities yet to be provided in our community of an emotion. That will let that introduction be known on what to expect in the following paragraphs. The next paragraph now is the body of the letter. The body of the letter. The body of a letter must consist of, everything must be 1.5 pages. Now you start the body of the letter with introductory adverbs. Can begin with introductory adverbs. Like firstly, the first thing that you want to mention to this government chairman or manager, director, could be principal, councillor, governor. Firstly, first and foremost thing, want to let him know. But one first thing, want to let him know. Probably on something very important that, or his promises, first and foremost. Those things he promised to do, he has not done it yet. Just to remind you. First and when that dramatic act there, in beginning goes a long way. Tell us what to expect in the following paragraph. Then it can also be to begin with, and so on and so forth. And also start the body of the letter to begin with. Now, having began, you tell him the point. Now, you must remember not to shorten words. Don't abbreviate words. Abbreviation of words is prohibited in formal letters. It's banned. Because the person you are writing to does not even know you. You have no relationship with that person. Previous relationship, you do not know. So you relate with him formally. in formal occasions. That means you don't need to shorten words like most they use are easy, it isn't, instead of is not. So make sure you write words in full. Didn't. He didn't do. You write did not. These words are for respect. So you don't shorten words when you are writing the formal letters. And if you all know what is called poema. Very important to observe poema is a kind of rule in formal letters. Generally, formal letters have these rigid rules. You can't change the rules. They are rigid. What you see from poema? Content. O means organization. E means expression. And MA, take this together, means mechanical accuracy. What does content mean? Content means that our writing material must be the same with the topic we are writing. The topic, it must align with the topic. There must be no digression from the topic of what we are writing. Organization. What does it mean? It means that it is the way we organize, we arrange the format of our letters. The way you have arranged the format of the formal letter must be the formal style. You must have two addresses. Salutation must be there. What again? The end must end with yours faithfully. Don't end it with yours sincerely or any other subscription apart from yours faithfully, because that will be organized in that format. Expression. The way you are expressing yourself. Now you have to use some tenses and you have to use some languages. We have British and American languages. The American languages are words like color, just the spellings, color. While the British spelling of color is color. Now we have to be making use of the British English because the British colonized us, the West African countries, running the Waec, Neco, organized and sponsored by Diamond Education Foundation, insists that we must use the British English whenever we are expressing ourselves. Secondly, the tenses we have to use must agree with the subject. Whenever you are the present tense, past tense, past participle, use them accordingly. Mechanical accuracy means that your grammatical expressions must be void of errors. You use words correctly. They are there, not there are there. So you have to use words correctly, free from grammatical errors and free from spelling errors. So once grammar is settled, it means we shall be moving ahead in our formal essay. The next thing is the summarizing paragraph. How do we summarize formal letters? Now, summarizing paragraph deals with every point we have raised to the person we are writing to. We give solutions. Every point will now be summarized. That's the last paragraph. Summarize all the points we have stated. Now the last one. End with thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. At the end of the last paragraph. At the right hand corner, at the bottom right hand corner of your writing paper, you must end it with yours faithfully. Yours faithfully. You sign. You write your name and your surname. James Maxwell. Write your own name, don't forget to write name on the board. Everybody has his own name. Your position in the community to be the youth leader, so that you can recognize youth leader. And that's how we can end the formal letter writing. So if you have any questions so far, you can ask the teacher of English language so that he can put you through. So that's where we shall end this lesson for today. Now next lesson we shall continue with the informal letters. So thank you very much. God bless.